Hi guys, welcome to Think IoT Solutions. So in the last video we have seen about a 2D image, how to read and write those images and how to set the pixel intensity values. So today we will be going on with the color images. So this is what we will discuss. So the first and important thing to understand is that a color image is a 3D image. That is, as we have seen for a 2D image, it has only X and Y directions, wherein both the directions represent the number of pixels in X direction and the number of pixels in Y direction. So in a color image, we have totally three dimensions. That is, you have X and Y, and then you have Z. That is, you have layers of such things over one another. So you'll get an idea when I start explaining about that. For now, just understand that a color image is a 3D image. So as we all know that there are three fundamental colors, that is blue, green and red, and using these three colors you will be able to obtain any color uh, that is existing in this world. So therefore our three layers in the image are blue, green and red. That is, layer 1 is a blue, the layer 2 is a green and the layer 3 is a red. So if you understand, if you see this image, you'll understand it very clearly. So as you can see, there are three layers. So here the one layer is shown like a red pixels, the second layer is shown as a green pixels, and the third layer is shown as the blue pixels. So if you just consider one layer, for example, if you just consider the first layer, then this layer will have an X dimension and a Y dimension, wherein the X dimension represents the pixels, number of pixels along X, that is in this case maybe it is 256, and in the Y direction as well it represents the number of pixels. So let's say an image has got a 256 by 256 pixels, then this particular single red color whatever is shown here represents 256 in X and 256 in Y. Similarly, there is another layer just behind this particular red layer, that is a green layer. The green layer will also have 256 pixels in X and 256 in Y. There is a third layer, that is a blue layer. This layer also will have 256 pixels in X and 256 in Y. So basically a 3D image is nothing but it is a combination of three 2D images which are stacked one after the other. So let's say if you want to let's say this pixel A that is represented here, it is showing that 255 comma 0 comma 255. That is the first layer has got a pixel value of 255. The second layer has got pixel value of 0, which is at the same location. The third layer has got a pixel value of 255. So you can represent it like this: 255 0 255. Similarly, the last pixel here is shown pixel B, which is 127 on the first layer, 255 is the intensity on the second layer, and 0 in the third layer. So now let us move to Google Colab and see how this all fits in so that you'll understand it in a more better way. So I'm just using the same sheet, that is same notebook. In the last lecture we have seen about the black and white images, that is a gray images, and before that we have seen how to mount the drive. So I'm just continuing in the same notebook. So I have written a small program here, that is color images reading and writing. That is going to be the topic for the day. So before that, in order to understand more clearly about what a color image is, we will just understand this program. So what I'm doing here is I'm just importing the numpy as np, same as what we have done earlier. I'm importing cv2 and I'm importing cv2 underscore imshow. So these three are my import statements that I'm writing, and I'm just initializing a 3D array now. So last tutorial we have seen that I have used this np.zeros to create a matrix which was a 2 by 2 matrix, and I want to fill each element with zeros. Now what I want to do is I want to fill each element with zeros, but now my matrix is a 3D matrix. So as you can see here, the dimension that it is showing is 256 comma 256 comma 3. That is, I want three layers one above another which are of the size 256 cross 256. So it is going to be a 3D matrix. What I'm doing now is, now this is my variable which is img, and in this img I am storing this particular zeros matrix which is a 3D matrix. Now I am just constructing the layer by layer in order to show how the color will affect. So I'll just write a single statement for now. So I'm using this variable img, and I'm using an array concept wherein if I write colon here, it means I want all the x elements that are there. Again, I have used colon for the y case. It means I want to use all the colons, all the elements in that particular dimension as well. So I want to use, let's say I have a 256 comma 256 here. So I want to use all 256 here, all 256 here, and the layer that I'm selecting is a second layer. So as you've seen here, that is in Python, the layer 1 is a blue layer, the layer 2 is a green layer, and the layer 3 is the red layer. And if you remember clearly about how the arrays are arranged, you will understand that if I write colon comma 2, it means I'm selecting the red layer, because the third dimension will start from 0, 1 and 2. So if I write here as 0, it means I'm accessing the layer 1, that is a blue layer. If I write 1, I'm accessing the green layer. If I write 2, I'm accessing the red layer. So let us start with, let's say 0 for a clearer understanding. So what I'm doing is I'm using all dimensions in my x, all dimensions in my y, and the first layer. That is why I've written the array dimension as 0, array index as 0. And I'm filling this particular whole first layer with ones. So you can see I have used a function called np.ones. It means it will give me an array of ones of the size 256 comma 256. But I'm multiplying that with a 255. Why? Because I want that particular index to be maximum. Like last time we have seen, if I wanted white, I was making the intensity value as 255. So same way, I'm using a ones matrix, I'm multiplying by 255. It means this matrix now will have all the values as 255, and the size is this 256 cross 256. So all this particular matrix now I'm storing in the first layer, that is which is given by the index value of 0. So I'll just run this. You will see the result now, which is very interesting. So you can see that the result is a blue image now. So why you've got blue images? Because the first layer I have filled with 255 and the second and the third layer are 0. It means that when you have first layer as 255 and the next two layers as 0, it means only the blue pixels are there because it's the first layer. So if you want to get a perfect green pixels, I'm just replacing that 0 with 1. So what I'm doing is now the first layer will be zeros. The second layer, that is the green layer, what we call, that is becoming as 255. All the terms in that are becoming 255. So therefore you're getting a green image. Now if you wanted a red image, as you know that the third layer is a red layer. So I'm changing the array index as 2. So when I run it, you will get a red image. So to understand this particular concept is very important. That is, the layer 1 is a blue, the layer 2 is green, and the layer 3 is red. Now if you want to get any other color apart from blue, green and red, what we do is we just have to make a sort of a combination. So what I'll do is I'll just copy this particular line, I'll paste it here, and instead of now giving a layer 2, I'll give a layer 1 here. So what I have done is in the layer 2 I'm making all ones, and in the layer 1 I'm making all ones. So what I'm doing, I'm filling these two, green and red, right? So this 2 represents red, that is a red layer, and 1 represents a green layer. Is that okay? So now when I run it, you will see that you will get a combination color of green and red. So let me just run it. So you got yellow. So if you combine green and red in equal portions, then you will get yellow. Now you see, I'll just reduce the pixel intensity of this. I'll just reduce it to 160. Now what will happen? The red content is more, whereas the green content is little bit less. So my color should be closer to red. So therefore it is orange. Is that okay? So as you know that if you combine blue, green and red in equal quantities, you should get a white. So therefore let me just paste a third one and I'll use a 0 indexing. So basically I'll just write here. So this is the blue layer, this is the green layer, and this is a red layer. So just understand clearly that blue layer is the index value 0, green layer is the index value 1, and the red layer is the index value 2. So let me just run it. So you have got an answer here, but because it is white you are not able to see. So let me just change it. I'm just changing the blue value to a little lesser value, so you can see that the color is little bit closer to that of the white, that it is a light color. So if I just make it 200, it might be even closer to that of white, that is the color might be even lighter. So I think now you understand how to, or what is the meaning of a color image. Now let us go to the next code. So in this code, again I'm importing two CV2 libraries, and I'm importing numpy as np. Again I'm importing this CV2 function. After that, what I'm doing is I have an image in my drive, and I have given the location of this particular image, img1.jpg. So let us see what that image is, that is img1.jpg. So yeah, so this is the image here which is stored in the drive. So this particular image has got red and green in major portions. So we'll understand exactly what is happening. So I'm importing this image here. So I'm just saying cv2.imread, and then I've given that image img1.jpg. I'm just showing that image using cv2_imshow. Now what I'm doing is I'm just using the red channel. So actually this is not needed, so I'll just remove it for now. So I'm just printing a statement called showing the red channel, and as you know, the red channel is at index position of 2, as we have seen in the above code. So what I'm doing is img is my variable which has got this particular image pixel value, so it's a 3D array. So from that I'm choosing all elements in X, I'm choosing all elements in Y, and I'm choosing the second layer. It means I'm choosing the red layer. I've given it a variable name called red channel, and I'm using cv2.imshow to print that particular red channel. So I'm just showing what is that red channel. Then I'm just printing the line showing the green channel, and I've created another variable called green channel. As you know, the green channel is in the index array index position 1. So I'm taking all values in X, all values in Y, and I'm taking the second layer, that is the 1, and I'm printing that. So now you see how the output will look like. So let me explain you the output first, then you can see the result. So this was the image, so that color image that we are importing. Now if we see clearly what is happening here is, let us say the red channel means what. Now here I have got some red, here I have red, here I have red. What it means is the areas where you are able to see more red, it means the red layer has got a high intensity, high pixel intensity. Wherever you are able to see green, it means your green layer has got high intensity. So if you see the output, the first one is showing the red channel. So you can see that wherever red was there above, now you are able to see white in that place. Why? Because in this case the red channel had got a higher intensity value, that is almost closer to 255, because it is only red. When you print only that channel, wherever you have red, that particular pixels, they will become white because you are getting closer to 255. And in the next image you can see wherever you had green, there you are able to get a higher pixel values, and as you can see here, wherever it was red, it is showing black. Why? Because when you are showing the green channel, there might be the intensity of pixels that are representing by the red layer will be less. Therefore you are able to see a black sort of a pixels in the place of red color, and wherever you had green, there you're able to see some bright pixels. So in the next class we will see some other interesting applications on conversion of the color images into gray images. Thank you.